Okay, so let's kick off the Thanksgiving holiday festivities by making some apple pies. It's the weekend. I've got some time. We're going to make a lattice apple pie and we're going to make an apple crumb apple pie. Let's get started. The chickens will love these. One down, 6 to go. Okay, maybe you guys know this, but someone told me you can make an apple pie out of zucchini, and I thought that was pretty interesting. So next summer, hopefully I'll get an abundance of this zucchini and I shall give it a try. So you figure the consistency is somewhat like an apple, so why not? Let me know if you've ever tried that. Apple pie made from a zucchini. I have somebody who's a special guest who wants to say hi. There he is, Mumbles. He's by my side. He sees I'm cooking, so you want a little piece of apple? He loves anything food, so there he goes. Oh, you gonna be picky? Come on. Eat your fruit and vegetables. Eat your fruit. Come on, Mumbles. Eat it. It's good. Eat it. All right. Okay, for my filling, I have my apples. We're gonna use 1/3 cup of sugar, 1/4 cup of brown sugar. I have 1/8 of a teaspoon of sea salt, 1 teaspoon of, I'm using Vietnamese cinnamon. And then I'm gonna squeeze about a tablespoon of lemon juice. And I'm also adding 4 tablespoons of melted butter to my apple mixture. So this is for the crumb topping because we're making an apple crumb pie. So basically I have a cup of flour. I have 1 teaspoon of cinnamon. Now I used Saigon cinnamon as opposed to my Vietnamese cinnamon, so we'll see what the difference is. And then I had 1/3 cup of brown sugar in here, 1/2 teaspoon of salt, no I'm sorry, 1/4 teaspoon of salt. And I put 1/4 teaspoon of the cinnamon, but a little bit more because I like it very cinnamony. And then this stick of butter, we're gonna cut it up and put it into our crumb, and we want to use it nice and cold like this as opposed to melted, because then it will be like really gooey. We don't want a gooey crumb topping. We want a crumbly crumb topping. And again, it's a cup of flour, 1/3 cup of brown sugar, 1/4 teaspoon of cinnamon, 1/4 teaspoon of salt, and our stick of butter. So here's what I did with my butter. I just took it and cut it in these little strips. They look like little bigger than matchsticks, so to speak. So it's all these like little fine pieces, little like cheese blocks. My hands are clean. So this is what makes our crumb topping. We keep working it till it gets very crumbly. Okay, I'm still working this, and as you can see, it's getting a different texture. It's not so much floury as before and powdery. It's becoming the crumb. So the butter is now doing its job, adhering to the flour. And I'm gonna have a nice crumb topping once I'm done. Okay, part 2 of our Thanksgiving meal prep. And yesterday we did the pies, so I forgot to show them here. I put them right in the freezer. So today we're doing the turnips. I have them all peeled here, excess. And we're just gonna boil these. I'm gonna add salt, pepper, a little butter, and then I'll freeze it. The turkey is defrosting in the refrigerator. I have stuffing to do today. I'll be doing mashed potatoes, probably tomorrow, corn, and then the bread. And that'll be it. Okay, so for my stuffing, I do a classic sausage stuffing, pound of sausage. We're gonna chop up 1 onion. We're gonna do a cup of celery, garlic from my garden. So 4 cloves. I'll probably put in about 5 or 6 cloves. I bought this like cheap bread. I took half of it, toasted it up for my breadcrumbs, and I'll use like half a package of these that I already had here. 1 stick of butter, salt, pepper, and this poultry seasoning, 1 1/4 teaspoons. And then I'll put in some fresh herbs, some rosemary, sage, and thyme. Okay, so that's what we got going. Time for the stuffing. Stuffing done. Turnips done. Butter, salt, and pepper. That's it. Oh no. Uh-oh. This works better. Mashed potatoes are done. Now these mashed potatoes have scallion, salt, and pepper. And these mashed potatoes are just plain regular mashed potatoes for those who don't like scallions. And I keep the skins on my potatoes. Alrighty, stay tuned for the rest. Hello and happy Thanksgiving. Here is my turkey. Just took it out of the oven. It is resting right now. We'll let it rest for a couple hours. She looks really good. Very good, very good. And while she is resting, I have my rolls that I have, and I put little sprigs of rosemary in them. So I'm gonna bake them, and I'm just gonna put some butter on top of them while they bake. And then what we're gonna do is get my 2 pies, the apple pie and the crumb pie, put an egg wash on top, put them in the oven, and our Thanksgiving will be done. Okay, into the oven they go. 18 to 20 minutes at 400. Okay, so I had a trick because my gravy separator broke. So I poured the fat from the turkey in here. I went like this and I snipped the bag and I was able to get all the juice. Now this one, it won't come out. It's full. So what I'm gonna do, what seems to be working is, since the fat has risen to the top, it's working that I'm just pouring it out like this. So hopefully what I'll be able to do is just snip the bottom and then I'll have all the gravy. Looks like there's 2 ways to do it. This is what happens. Everything's an experiment. Okay, so now I can get it out. So what I had done for the first one is I snipped the bottom here with my scissors. I snipped this, and here comes the gravy, the regular gravy, and the fat is staying on the top. And so there's all the fat. There's all the gravy, and then I'm just pouring the fat in here. Okay, so now I just have the gravy portion. It's gonna come in this pan, and this is where we're gonna simmer it up. Get all these juices that were inside the turkey. I had the onions, I have lemon, I have orange. I'll make the roux, we'll whisk it up, and our turkey will be done. Okay, so back to the pies that we started. I'm gonna put an egg wash on here. So basically what that is just one of my eggs. And actually I'm just gonna do 2 eggs. And I always add just a little bit of milk because the egg will give it a nice shine and make it a little just like shiny, and then the milk will give it a nice brownness to it. So I like to just do both on the pie. Just want to coat it all like this. Alrighty, 1 pie done, and then this is the apple crumb, and now we're going to put them in the oven for about 45 minutes. Okay, winding down here. So basically, here's my gravy. You can see all the chunks left over from the turkey. I'm straining it, and inside my gravy, I just added some turkey stock. I added some chicken stock. I did a roux. A roux is, I did 1 stick of butter and a ½ cup of flour. Put it on the stove, 10 minutes, waited for it to get nice and brown, and then whisked it in my gravy. And before that, I added about a cup of white wine, let that boil off. Then I put the roux in. Okay, so here it is. It looks really good. I think it's one of the best gravies I've ever made. Okay, we have the conclusion of our video. The pies have finally baked. 2 apples. We've got the green beans, my turnip, the potatoes, the turkey, the stuffing's in the oven, the carrots are in the oven. That's about it right now. So, happy Thanksgiving.